Okay, we're live. Let's see if anyone's there. How's everyone doing? I must say, all these posts that I'm seeing on Facebook, I don't think I've ever seen so much snow over there in my life. What's going on? And you know what? Here in Australia, it's the middle of summer and we have had non-stop rain, like crazy rain. It's just like our water tank is overflowing. Everywhere is kind of boggy and muddy underfoot. So it's like this another crazy year on our hands. But yeah, it is what it is, right? It's got to mean the end of the season, right? You're getting this last dump of snow before it finally turns to spring. There's got to be a change. And I notice, like, I get up early and go to Pilates in the mornings. I do a 6 a.m. class. And in the middle of summer, it is, it's bright and early. But now when I'm driving to Pilates, it is dark. So I know that... some cool and a break from the heat is coming. So, and hopefully you guys, it means the end of winter. Wouldn't that be good? So I got 2 people watching. I have no idea who's there, but just want to say hi. If you put a comment down below, then I know who's there and I can say hi. Oh, hey Holly, how are you? You are the queen of Facebook Lives. So having you here makes me nervous. Holly has been doing incredible lives all through the whole 2020 year, showing different jewelry that she's having made and interviewing jewelry designers and all sorts. It's been fantastic. Yeah, I'm really impressed, Holly. So, don't be nervous. All right. Okay. No nerves. It's not like me to be nervous, surely. So basically, I just want to help you guys because I have been learning so much, I have really immersed myself in the whole marketing thing because, I only kind of do one collection a year. So I churn out that collection and then, it goes off to the factory and they make it all and then I'm waiting for samples. So that in between time where I am not, I also do all the shipping and all the other facets, but in most of my time each year, each week, each day is spent marketing. Every now and then when I do sort of put myself into the design bubble, then I turn off and I don't do as much, but hopefully I've got a few things. I don't know, the camera seems to be going down. Hopefully I've got enough up my sleeve to keep the marketing going while I'm in my little design bubble. So yeah, I do a lot of courses. I follow some marketing gurus and I really, really love to learn and keep learning with the marketing thing. I've got to fix this because it's like the whole thing is, I don't know how long it's going to last. Who else is there? Got to tighten it up. Sorry. Technical hitch, right? Or maybe I should just use my old school thingy. There we go. How's that? Okay, so the marketing thing, I just thought, well, why not? Why not pass on the things that I'm learning to you guys and help you guys too? 2020, such a difficult year. Nobody traveling, nobody actually going anywhere. I was talking to one of our customers today in one of the Carolinas. I'm not sure if she's North Carolina or South Carolina. And she said even though President's Day weekend was freezing cold and they had quite good business because people, there's little signs. I don't want to get too optimistic, but there's little slow signs of things maybe coming back. People are going outside. People are going to the shops. And, even though we've had hardly any COVID here in Australia and we are cut off from the world, we haven't even started vaccinating yet, you guys. But there's no travel. We're not allowed to travel. We are not allowed to leave this country. So we are very cut off, but it has done kind of amazing things for the small towns, as Sydney people want to get a change of scenery and get out of the city, so they're coming to the small towns. So the little boutiques and things in our little towns have actually done quite well, and I think that's what's going to happen for you guys too, especially as we move towards spring break. Obviously that's not happening while you are blanketed in snow, but I'm also hearing snippets. I'm seeing things online that's saying the cruise industry is starting to talk about opening up, and certificate of vaccination, and then you can cruise. So yeah, at the risk of getting excited, there's tiny little hints of something to get excited about. Hey Joan, how are you? Bonsoir Claudine, thank you so much for joining. So yeah, so getting back to the marketing, because I did say I was going to keep this short and I'm not going to talk all night, which I am guilty of. I don't know if you downloaded the thing that I put up in the group before. It's a customer checklist, and basically step one with marketing is knowing who your customer is, right? Knowing what they like, knowing what they love. There's a lot of noise in the marketplace now, and you guys must see that in your social media scroll as much as I do. There's so many experts and there's so much going on. It's really hard to stand out, right? So your idea for your marketing, for your boutique, is to stand out, to know who your customer is and understand them and know how to talk to them, right? There's one thing to build a website, and that's actually the easy thing. And you might actually think, oh, a website, I'm not techie and I don't know how to do it. Building a website, I tell you, is not hard. It's quite easy. The hard part is getting people to your website, and that is ongoing, never stops. Always, there's, that thing, build it and they will come. It doesn't work like that online. You can't rely on hope marketing. Maybe if your boutique is bricks and mortar and you are in a shopping mall and there's always amazing traffic, maybe you don't have to worry about it. But online, hope marketing, that they just don't find you. So the number one step is really to know your customer, who they are, what makes them happy. What's going on in their lives? What are their problems? What are their pain points? How can you help them? Right. So if you download this customer checklist, you could actually print out a couple of copies. Print it out for your staff, your people who are face to face with your customers every day. They will have a lot of little secrets in their heads that you don't even realize, right? So, there's the basics. What gender are they? What age are they? Where do they live? Are they local? Are they visiting tourists? Is your customer in the whole of United States? Is your customer only in your little town? Really define where they are. Where do they work? What sort of level of education do they have? This sort of answers what sort of financial situation they're in and how much can they afford. Can they afford the expensive gifts, or are they looking more for a $30 gift? And if you have been in your boutique for years, you probably innately know this. This is in your DNA if you've been doing this for ages. Are they retired? Are they married? Do they have kids? Do they have grandkids? What ages are their grandkids? Are their grandkids little kids? Are their grandkids teenagers? Because you might need gifts for those people to buy to take home. You need to know what age group their gifts need to be, and also so that you can help them to buy those gifts. Do they have pets? Do you carry dog gifts? Do you have gifts for them to buy for people who've been your dog sitter while you've been on vacation down in the Caribbean or wherever? What do they like to eat? Are they vegetarian? If they're vegetarian, please don't talk about meat in your marketing, right? It's common sense, but if you know your market, if you know your customer, you've got it down to a fine art. You know how to talk to them. Are they healthy? Do they do any fitness activities? Are they into golf, the beach, yoga? Are they surfers? There's a whole different mindset there. Do they take beach walks? Are they active? Are they overweight? Do they collect shells? Do they, on their beach walks? Do they like facials and mini manicures and pedicures? What colors do they wear? Now that is something that you can take note of as the customers are in your shop. And it's funny how the seasons change. You will see more and more coming in their periwinkle, or all of them just wearing black, right? So really take notice of the colors that they're wearing and the styles that they're wearing. Are they coming in dresses? Are they all in leggings or shorts or swimwear and their flip-flops? What questions are they asking you? What questions are they asking your staff over and over again? How far is it to the beach? Is there a bathroom? Where's the dressing room if they want to try something on? Really take notice and write down the questions that you're being asked, because that can help you in so many different factors for your boutique. What books do they read? What podcasts do they listen? You're all about getting a heart-to-heart connection with your customers. Really help them solving their problems and knowing what their dreams are and what their hopes are. If you're a bricks and mortar store, get conversations going in store. This is your advantage over Amazon or Walmart, where you can't get a conversation with no one. If you've got a bricks and mortar store and your customers are coming in and talking to you, they are already your friend, but make them your friend. Find out what they've got going on. Are they looking for, is there someone in their family getting married? What's happening? If you're an online store only, get conversations happening in your socials. And if you are a bricks and mortar store and you've got social media set up, you need to carry on those conversations. The things you find out about your customers can become conversational points in your social media. And once you get people interacting with you in your social media, you will get more and more people seeing things. And that's the most frustrating thing with social media. And I'm sure it happens to you guys. And it has happened to me for years and years. But recently, all of a sudden, people are starting to comment because Facebook, they're seeing my posts now. Whereas previously, they weren't even seeing my posts unless you paid to boost it. That's just Facebook getting more money out of us, right? You don't necessarily, if you know your customer and you know how to talk to them, you know what interests they have and all that sort of thing, then you can start to get these conversations going. So think about, what fashion mistakes do they make? What you see them come in and you're like, whoa. Do they dress too old? Do they dress too young? How can you help them? How can you fix their problems? Can you give them style advice? What body shape do they have? What styles suit that body shape, right? You can design your whole buying process around who your customer is. Now, obviously they don't all look the same, and obviously you're not trying, you're not going to turn away a customer who doesn't fit in the mold on this book, on this sheet, but you are basically thinking about who your dream customer is and making sure you've got all the boxes ticked for your dream customer, okay? Okay, page 2. So often in your social media, if your customer doesn't relate to you, they won't say anything, nothing, right? And that is really frustrating in social media, because I know you guys are putting a lot of energy and time into taking photos and putting posts out there, but you need to be talking to your customer, okay? Not just, hey, we've got, you know, navy blue Arawak tops. You need to be saying, you know, are you looking for something that is comfortable to wear when you're lounging around at home? Are you sick of being at home? You know, talk to your customer, talk to the problems that they've got, help them solve their problems. It's all about how you can connect with them, how you can speak their language, how you can transform their life. Pick their brains if they're in the store. Ask them questions in social media. You're like, hey, I really need help. Can you guys tell me whatever? Ask them questions. And often, if you're their friend and you've been nice to them when they were in your store, they're going to want to help you, right? So ask them questions. What do you like? Do you like the pink or the blue? What's your favorite? Make connections with them. So think about also, what magazines do they like? Where do they get their information? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they corporate types? Are they, you know, who do they follow? Where do they get their information? Are they getting their information from bloggers, from TV, from websites? Are they into Oprah? Do they follow Oprah? Do they buy Coastal Living magazine? Are they into Vogue and fashion magazines? Are they missing their travel? That is a big pain point that most of you can use right now, because everybody has cabin fever all over the world. Everybody is wishing they were somewhere else, especially on some island. And when things open back up, it's going to explode. We know that. It's just a matter of when. But if you are constantly putting your island in front of them, they're not going to forget that, right? They're going to be like, oh my God, have you seen how beautiful it looks in St. Martin, or, you know, BVI, or wherever? Are they into business? Do they read Vanity Fair? What are they into? Okay, do they like to travel? If so, where have they been? Right? What travel destinations do they like? Are they more Europe type people, or are they Bahamas or adventurous South American, you know, hiking the Inca Trail? What sort of travel do they like? Do they like to cruise? Do they like to get on an aeroplane and land on the beach in Hawaii? Or do they have an RV and they want to travel around the States and visit all the national parks, right? Think about what sort of travelers they are. What sort of custom cafes and restaurants do they like? Are they into the Outback Steakhouse, or do they like Bahama Breeze? Okay, think about all the things that define your customer, who they are. What do they like to drink? Are they into Red Stripe, or are they ordering a pina colada? I mean, even if you're a beachy boutique, of course, if you're a beachy boutique, post a poll, right? And ask them, which is your favorite cocktail? And list a few cocktails, and they can add some more. And you will be amazed at how many people vote and add extra options and tell you about their favorite cocktail, or their favorite beach, or their favorite island, or whatever it is, right? At least you're getting interaction. And then once they've interacted with you, they might leave a comment, they might post a picture of themselves on your beach or whatever. That interaction, you need to reply to every single one. And believe me, that gets difficult. I have a group now with customers. There's like 800 or so people in that group. And when I'm posting polls and things, and I'm literally getting hundreds and hundreds of answers. And to respond to everyone is time consuming. Yeah, that's right. There's my husband having a beer while I'm like, hi, Pam. You know, but you've got to do that, because when you are interacting with that customer, you're talking to them, you're becoming their friend, you're helping them, whatever it is, the more they will see your posts, right? So think also, do they attend football events, sporting events, baseball, basketball? What hobbies are they into? Do they sew? Are they into crafting? Are they doing scrapbooking books for their grandchild? Whatever. What Facebook groups are they in? Now that's a really good one, because you can actually, if you know who your customer is, you can snoop what they're doing, right? You can snoop what groups they're in. Are they into a cruises? You know, there's quite a few. There's Royal Caribbean, and there's a whole bunch of groups just for different islands and all sorts of things. So that tells you a lot about a person. You can also look at scroll through their profile and see, oh, there you go, they've got grandkids, or they love family time. Yeah, they love having barbecues with the family or whatever. They love beach time. A really important thing to find out about is, what are their problems? What are their pain points? You know, what keeps them awake at night? What scares them? Because you can really target your conversation with them to help them solve those problems, okay? Are their problems health problems? Is it a fitness thing? Is it a, you know, what to wear? Because they can't, they're not going to say that. But, you know, you can have those conversations in store. You know, do they want to cover their tops of their arms? Holly was telling me the number one complaint of her customer is the tops of their arms. You know, you'd think it would be their big butts or whatever, but no. The number one thing that most of her customers don't like is the tops of their arms. Well, there you go. I think you might need dresses with sleeves, right? Holly's got that figured. You said that. So yeah, you got to be listening to your customers and understanding their problems. If you print this out and get your staff to add to it, or you really give it some thought, think about when your customers come in and then they leave the shop, jot down a few more things. Do it for a week. Do it for a week and just see how it goes. Yeah, what body part do they like? What do they not like? Their legs, their butts, their tops of arms. What are their dreams? What do they aspire to? What makes them happy? Their grandkids? Have a look at their social media. What are their values? Do they like going for nice dinners? Are they church people? What are their non-negotiables? Do they always go to church every Sunday? Do they always sit and have a sundowner with their husband every night at sunset? Do they never eat meat? Do they never drink alcohol? What is it? Get clear on what is important to your customer. Okay, you've got to be able to speak their language and to know that you need a clear picture of who they are. And then you can start thinking about the transformations you can offer them. Whether that be, you know, better gifts for their grandkids, how to dress better, how to accessorize better. You guys could do like videos of styling advice. You know, have you got a wedding coming up this spring? What are you going to wear? What shoes will go with that? What styles suit what body shape? Oh, you're a pear shape? Well, pear shape ladies look best in this. Think about how you can help them. Think about how you can plant the seed for them coming to your island, okay? Another good thing to think about are, what are their objections to buying? So often, you know, you'll have someone come in the store, they'll try something on and then they'll say it's too expensive. What are the objections? What do they not like? Think about everything that you've overheard them say that they don't like, because if you can tick those boxes, then you know how to buy better and you can plan your responses for those things. You know, you can plan how you're going to say, yeah, that is expensive, but it's pure silk, right? So you can have a better conversation with them. Okay, so download the form, print it out, give it to your staff, spend a week gathering information and really getting clear on who your customer is. And then next week we're going to I'm going to come on live again the same time next week, and we're going to talk about how you can use this information. All right, I'll put a plan and I'll try and do another sheet for you that you can download and print out, but how you can use this information. So make sure you give it to all your staff, spend the week thinking about it, collecting information, and then next week we'll talk about what's next, all right? So I don't want to talk all night because I know you guys are busy. It's, yeah, it's snow time, right? Yeah, are you guys all warm? I see some people have lost power. How crazy must that be if you've lost power? Your heating is based on power, right? Yeah, I mean, my experience of losing power is in a hurricane, you know, where there's no power for 2 weeks because the hurricane washed everything away. And then you're trying to figure out how to keep your food, you know, going, even though you've got no refrigeration. But for you guys, if the power goes out in that, what do? Put all the things from your fridge into the snow outside? I don't know. What happens? I've got no idea. Everywhere has snow but Florida. Isn't that crazy? I mean, Texas, that's right. There was a lady who posted, it was a lady in Austin, Texas, who posted that her power was out and that she was like, it's going to be back on Wednesday, she said. I mean, crazy in Texas. And California's got snow, right? Yes, Joan, I am sure you are in a winter wonderland. At least you've got family nearby. Yeah, beautiful snow here in Montreal, Canada. Wow, you're in Montreal. Okay. Yeah, well, it's not snowing here in Australia, let me tell you, but we've had a lot of rain. And yeah, I'm looking forward to things cooling down and drying out a little bit. And coming into fall for us. It's going to be fall. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found some use. Make sure you download it, do the homework, and let's check back again next week for some more tips on what to do with it. Okay, thanks so much. Good night.